Right, so hey guys, and welcome to another X11 premiere. So, for those who don't know, haven't followed me on socials or haven't checked out some of my recent videos, today I head to Lappeenranta in Finland. So, two steps I'm doing this in. So I've got a stopover in Milan. This morning I do London Gatwick to Milan Bergamo, and then from Bergamo I then fly to Lappeenranta with Ryanair. So, one stopover, two legs this flight, should be a pretty good one. And so, yeah, so starting at Gatwick. This is a premiere, so for those who haven't also been on my channel in recent times as well, whenever I fly in the real world, I always do a premiere on both Twitch and YouTube, kind of time it exactly to my real world flights. So it should be a bit of fun, this one. And in a couple of moments, I'll start setting up the aircraft and getting it ready to go shortly. So, first things first, bring power into the aircraft. Everything's ready to go. So battery and ground power can come on, and then on the FMS, this initialization, we'll plug in the route to Echo Golf Kilo Kilo to Lime, and essentially just get the IRS line to a line, which is the longest process.
Traffic, Cessna 172 Triple Golf Zulu inbound for landing.
Ah yes, got to remember that voice unicom is also certainly a thing. We'll double check actually. There should be some on Gatwick, because Gatwick's usually quite active on that sim, especially as training airports. Busy night, busy night. Okay, well, we Gatwick delivery was being to first at 12195. I'll turn this on, and turn on that as well. Make sure it's on VHF1, and then on the overheads, this one also comes on to VHF1. Right, okay, so, super long one. Let's file the flight plan first. Send flight plan. I think it's all sorted. So, flying from Gatwick to Milan. Our alternative, which I don't know just yet, because I haven't checked the flight plan fully just yet. We are going to Control F it, ALTN. MSA. LMSA. Cruising actually 37,000, 475 is fine. Departing. Well, at the moment it's in the evening. I'll have to do this on the current time, but we're departing at 20 to 7 UK time. It'll be 19:15 sim time. 2 hours, 2 hours and 10 minutes. Carrying 3 hours and 10 minutes of fuel. And our flight plan is the following. Send that in. So as soon as we can speak to delivery, we can just plug that in. So get them tuned up. Gatwick delivery is 12195. And then on the backup, we'll have Gatwick ground. In fact, we have Gatwick ATIS. Probably should listen to that first. Yes, we. No, we don't.
Easy 75 Bravo Golf, standby. Break. Ryanair 2 Golf Bravo, correct. Report efficient start.
Ground 121.8.
Well cool, 2 Golf Bravo.
Cat delivery, hello, Speedbird 904, Mike Sierra 318, stand 1 to request IFR to Manchester.
380, eh? Flying to Manchester, a bit of a short flight, probably a relocation route. Right, we can hide that now. Now we'll continue the rest of our setup. Right, so while we're here.
94 Mike Sierra, standby. Break. Easy 75 Bravo Golf. Bravo Golf. Contact ground on 121.8.
All the trackers are set up
Ground
as well.
1218,
I've never figured out how to get packs to pop up, I'm afraid. Something that I've always been a little disappointed by.
Delivery Union 1644.
Something that I
Please
have to
confirm
deal
that
with.
the departure
7 minutes till the
will
RS
be
aligns.
departure.
I'll turn the background down a bit because it's
Calling call sign only, please.
fairly loud.
Union
Bit of chat that.
Union 1644, yes, your initial climb is altitude 5,000 feet, if that's what you're looking for, and that's on the Bergamo 1 X-ray departure.
Right, so if I say this departs in 20 minutes, flight time is 210, 37,000, speed bird. Actually, flight number is BA2700.
Mike Sierra, apologies for the delay. Cleared to Manchester via the Lambourne 2 X-ray departure, score 0475, Canadian 1004.
Okay, cleared to Manchester Lambourne to X-ray 0475 and the QNH 1004. Correction 5, Speedbird 94, Mike Sierra, thanks.
Speedbird 94, Mike Sierra, correct. Sorry, could you just report your stand number, please?
Right, go back to this now. So, initialization. We will be loading a flight plan since British Airways do make use of the company routes. Golf Kilo to Lime. There's a flight plan that's now appeared. Get back to setup. Head over to next page. ZFW and block. We shall plug that in now. So first of all, let's refuel the aircraft. Go for the tow screen. Do it all from there, so it's a bit easier. Right, aircraft configuration. Head over to the fuel for today's flights. We need 5,854 kilos. 5,854. ZFW. That will be. So ZFW, so it'll be 29.5 slash 51.4. Block fuel is 5.9. There we go. Flight plan will have our altitudes all set up. Gatwick departure. We shall do this as soon as we can get communication with ATC. I'll quickly open up my notepads. There we go. Let's get our departure sorted. And while we wait for the gap in the chat, also set this to 37.
Sorry, last station calling, call sign only please, and stand again, sorry. Speedbird 2660, stand 106. Speedbird 2660, contact ground on 121.8, have a nice flight, bye bye. That's ground 121.8, thanks so much, have a good evening, Speedbird 2660. You too, bye bye.
Speedbird 2700, hello. Requesting IFR clearance to Milan. Stand by, cool. Yeah, I can tell he's a little busy this evening, so let him sort himself out. There we go.
Delivery, good evening. Cleared to Bergamo via the Gatwick to X-ray departure, squawk 0327, condition 1004.
Cleared to Milan via the Gatwick to X-ray departure, squawking 0327 for Speedbird 2700. Right, now I don't want to know actually which runway is in use right now. It's, by the looks of things, is this one, so it'll be whatever runway's on the left. 26 left, via the Adma to X-ray departure, insert that, that's looking good. Right, so just waiting for the RS to align, and then, ultimately, we should be ready to go. Set the rest of the aircraft now, so since we've got our departure sorted, we can now go back to the takeoff information. Open the screen, go to, here's this one, we're using flaps 1. Right, so config is 30 up 01. So flaps will be 1 slash 0.1. Hang on. 1 slash minus 0.1 because that needs to read up 0.1. Flex temp is 72. We've got a takeoff speed of 124, 124, and 128. Right, so that's our takeoff set up. Here's the co-pilot side, make sure that's on the flight plan. Everything is set as required. IRS still it's another 2 minutes, shouldn't take us too long. Speed's all fine. Heading will be pretty much already on the ILS once that's done. Oh yes, and squawking, or was it 0327? Right, we shall pre-plan pushback, but not request it just yet.
When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you.
Round to cockpit. Plan acknowledge. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
Golf Charlie November, I have a reroute for you when ready. It'll be sent by text.
Right, so let the cabin crew do an announcement, and then we'll speak to the passenger ourselves.
We're ready, Golf Bravo Charlie November.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Crack speaking from the flight tech. Welcome aboard flight BA2700 from Gatwick to Milan. We're taking off very shortly, as we ask you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Right, so that was a terrible announcement, but we'll go for it anyway. Generic public address, and that will play as soon as the cabin crew have done their announcements. Iceland's 1 minute. Still got traffic behind us, who's now clearing the EasyJets. Yes, there we go. Welcome to flight.
And Ryanair takeoff Bravo, we're ready for push and start.
Gatwick to Milan. We're taking off very shortly. Just sit back.
Ryanair takeoff Bravo, hold position, contact ground on.
Right, less than a minute to the RS. Aircraft's all set up. If I go to its strobes, I want on the stage. Strobes are there. We now clear the aircraft up, ready for takeoff, so that can all go. Head to the total screen and go to ground services, close, 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 close. And APU, as it all clears up, we can now start. Make sure these are on as well. Strobes are active, beacons are off, wings off, nav off. Logo lights, where's logo lights? That we do need on as it is now night time. It's going crazy, and it's automatic in set cry into no, it's not. There you go, nav and logo. What am I talking about? Right, so AP starting up, and we shall move in a couple of moments soon as well. Departure pretty much set as the AC set. We tune into ground 1218, and in a couple of moments we shall request pushback. Voice room 2 failed. Voice room 2 should just be a unicorn at this stage, so
124.225. 124.225, easy 8 for Charlie Uniform, bye. Gatwick ground, Ryanair takeoff Bravo, stand to
right,
0,
external power comes off. Aircraft is charged.
Bravo, push us up, face east.
Get rid of the ground power, and we are now done with the screen for the rest of the flights.
Push start, face east, and we copy that QNH, Ryanair takeoff Bravo, thanks.
One final check before we request pushback. APB is active, parking brakes set, all looking good. Speedpad 2700 is requesting push and start.
Speedpad 2700, hold position, company traffic behind you.
We'll hold, Speedpad 2700. Company traffic behind me, there's a British Airways just about to pass. Oh yeah, the one right there who pushed back. So it was actually right next to me a second ago, so fair enough. What time's it now actually? Probably should find that information out. 6:33, so we're a couple minutes early, but by the time we get to the runway, we'll be behind a small queue anyways.
Gatwick ground, Union 1644 is ready for taxi.
Union 1644, taxi, holding point Alpha 2, runway 26 left, flight taxiways November and Alpha Sierra.
Beacon on, just to alert ground crew that they need to clear out the way.
Taxi to runway 2,
Ooh, he's a bit lost connection, that one there. What are you, an A321? Speedbird 2600.
We're ready to go when you are.
That's fine. We'll request a pushback tug actually, but we won't need his parking brake until he's arrived.
Gatwick QNH 1005.
QNH 1005.
Union 1644, thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is well and tight.
Super 2660, request taxi.
Backs must be in the full upright.
Super 2660.
Having safety doors for
Standby.
Yeah, so he's the guy just behind me.
44, just taxi and hold short of kilo. Taxi and hold short of kilo, Union 1644.
And as soon as he's out the way,
Speedboat 2660.
here we go.
Custom 2660. Taxi order by Alpha Tree, runway 26 left, flight taxi with Papa and Alpha November.
All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to go.
Papa and Alpha 3, runway 26 left, flight Papa and Alpha November, Speedboat 2660. Speedboat 2660, correct, and the new QNH 1005. Copy the QNH, Speedboat 2660. Union 1644. After this, bird is taxied on to taxiway Papa from Kilo. Taxi order point Alpha 2 via taxiways Papa and Alpha Sierra. Once the Boston traffic has passed, we'll taxi on to Alpha 2 via Alpha Sierra for Union 1644.
Right, so
Ryanair, take off bound
EasyJet's in the way. Got the Ryanair just behind, the British Airways just behind us.
Connected and bypass pin
And
inserted.
obviously it's another aircraft as well, Union, who's on their way to the wrong right.
Taxi, calling point, Mike 1 via taxiways Mike.
Give it a couple moments, because he has now cleared the way.
Ryanair, took off Bravo. Speedbird 265 Papa requesting taxi. Sure, 265 Papa, hold position, standby.
Speedpad 2700, with the traffic out the way, we now clear the pushback. Science call, give him a second just to sort himself out.
Super 265 Papa after Ryanair's taxied right on Mike. Taxi calling point Mike 1 or 26 left via Mike. Taxi 26 left via Mike. Could you repeat the holding point 265 Papa? Yeah, cleared Mike 1 after Ryanair. So taxi to 26 left Mike 1 via Mike 265 Papa. Station calling frequency, say again, call sign.
Speedpad 2700.
Sure, 2700, so with that, push and start approved, base east.
Push and start approved, facing east, Speedpad 2700. Right, so, release the parking brake. Woo! Bit of a slight push there.
Let me get my words right. Tower, decimal, 225.
Alright, so then I head backwards, music starts, and safety announcement will also play in the background.
Towards the tower, 124, decimal 225, Spirit 2660, bye-bye.
Push start has been approved, sorry, so if that goes to start, engine to start.
Spirit 265, Papa, contact tower 124, decimal 225, bye-bye.
124225, put on the standby.
Easy 112, your frequency. On frequency, 112. Easy 112, taxi, stand 13,
14225, so as soon as we can contact tower, we'll just switch across to that. Engine 1 starts. The F-20 aircraft is approved for dual engine starts, so we'll turn them on both at the same time.
124, decimal 225, or Union 1644, thank you.
I love the Union guy. Proper thick accent, that.
Place it firmly over your nose and mouth and secure the elastic band behind your head. Tighten the straps if necessary and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask first and then assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it's safe to remove it. In the unlikely event of a water landing,
Start the chrono since engines are now active.
Gatwick ground, good afternoon. Golf Bravo Mike, Charlie November, stand 231, ready for push and stop.
put it over your head.
Parking brake set.
Around your waist and buckle up.
Golf Bravo Mike, Charlie November, ground, good evening, push and start proof, face out.
Disconnecting tow.
Yeah, they're doing a go around actually, yeah.
Push start proof and face south. Golf Charlie November.
Man, very busy morning here at Gatwick. Right, so since that's now all active, make sure everything that needs to be on it is on at this stage. As the pushback tug now disconnects, we'll let the flaps down by 1. switch off the APU with engines both active, which means the APU will now shut off. Stick the aircraft in takeoff config. Auto brake set to max. Cabin signs are on. Cabin checked. And spoilers armed.
Cell is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Roger that. Just get our taxi clearance sorted out. Speedbird 2700 is ready to taxi.
Speedbird 2700, taxi 1.0 Alpha 3, runway 26 left, flight taxiways Papa and Alpha November.
Taxi to holding point Alpha 3 via taxiways Papa, Alpha November for Speedbird 2700. Right, hand signal given, taxi lights on, parking brakes released, and the aircraft is powerful enough to push its way on its own. No need to increase the throttle for that. Given that Gatwick is a little bit busy right now, we increase the throttle ever so slightly to increase the speed of our taxi. Hopefully the scenery I'm using has got signs, that's kilo. If not, then I can figure out I'm going later. As long as I end up on home point Alpha 3, that's the main thing that matters. That's November. Yeah, it's not very well lit scenery this. Anyways, it's left here, and then it's right onto November. There we go. Right, so it's 6:42 AM. So actually I would say, in hindsight, this is probably a fairly accurate time to when I'd be boarding the aircraft and departing, compared to real life. We've got a few nighttime departures coming into land. So we've got a FedEx, probably from the US, landing after a cargo run.
Golf Bravo Mike Charlie November, start at complete, request taxi please. Station call for taxi, say again, call sign, sorry. Golf Bravo Mike Charlie November. Golf Bravo Mike Charlie November, roger. Taxi holding point Alpha 2, runway 26 left, fire uniform Juliet and Papa and Alpha Sierra.
Alright, right hand here.
Taxi holding point Alpha 2, Alpha 26 left, fire uniform Juliet, Papa, Alpha and Sierra. And Golf Bravo Mike Charlie November.
And then I want Alpha 3. Mike 1. 26 left. So yeah, I just have to be hit. If we push up to the line, means we won't be clipping wings of these jets and staying relatively in the queue. That's while we're stationary. Parking brake on as well. So I say we're behind a slight queue. Whoops. Just behind a slight queue here at the moment, but we won't be here for too long. Got a Ryanair on the runway, American in front of us. Obviously a scenery thing there. EasyJet to our right. Got another British Airways to our right as well. And the FedEx is also now departing the runway.
FedEx 188
Lights are off in the cabin since this is going to be nighttime departure, so we'll stick on that aspect. I'm quite excited by this.
177 FedEx 1885.
Yeah, I'll take off config sets. Anybody on approach actually? Yeah, it's got British Airways 881 Victor, Speedbird 881 Victor. Probably why you're not cleared to go just yet.
After the citation is passed in front of you on uniform onto Juliet, taxi stand 170 by Juliet and Sierra. After passing citation, stand 170 Juliet Sierra, FedEx 1885.
I see another aircraft for making their way onto the pattern now there. Vueling, yeah, VOE for Juliet Sierra. Vueling for Juliet Sierra. Here comes Speedbird 881 Victor.
And FedEx 1885, our CSL file doesn't seem to be working here, so could you let us know when we can continue taxi?
I'm actually loving this. So much traffic, so much life going on.
170 Juliet Sierra, thank you, my apologies.
And the way the landing lights of the aircraft are on short actually lit up British Airways that came past as well. It's very nicely done, this.
No worries.
And touchdown. Absolutely loving that. Aircraft behind's a little bit off, so there you go. He's now entering the runway. Now I'm going to watch the EasyJet to my right. So yeah, he's going to push in front. So I presume we'll be behind the EasyJet. You can see we're using slightly different sceneries there because I don't have a taxiway in that position. British Airways also pushing there. Given that I was behind him on the gates, there's a chance I may go behind him as well. Yeah, we'll let him push out first, and then we'll go behind 2660. We've got 265 Papa there. He's been waiting for a little bit as well, admittedly. 2 aircraft on final. And there you go. Right, he on the runway should now be departing in a second. Which Airways is he crossing the runway? No, he's still clearing it. Bit of a long touch, I must say. Not off the runway yet. In fact, while I'm in the cockpit, just double check my dome lights, make sure that those are off. There we go. And the back lights pretty much at a perfect level for what I need at the moment.
DC112 shutting down. Thanks for the service.
Oh man, another aircraft joining pattern as well. It's going to be a busy, busy day at Gatwick today.
Ground good evening, Stuart AA1 Victor with you, taxiing 26 left, correction 26 right.
There it goes. Which means the EasyJet will now be next to take off. Although not too much space. Got shuttle, British Airways, Speedbird shuttle, 10 Hotel.
Ground good evening, Stuart AA1 Victor with you, taxiing 08 left.
Don't want to race brakes too much, especially if you're onto the runway. Let's head out of Gatwick for a second. Let's actually get close to this aircraft in the air. There he is. So, admittedly, we can't hear him. Although, I think that may just be down to the fact that sound is dealt with based on the aircraft position and not myself.
Ground FedEx 1885.
So, those just tuning in, we're currently holding short of the runway here at Gatwick. Yeah, just shot the runway. A few aircraft coming to land, few departing. And then we shall be making our way into Milan. So, myself, hang on, there's the system citation just taxing as well. In my case, flying to Milan, and later on I'm flying to Lappeenranta from Milan in Ryanair colours. So that will be dealing with later on. But for now, just doing my first part of the leg. And this is the flight time on the real world. If you head to Flight Radar 24 and search for BA2700, Speedbird 2700, you will be able to find this flight because I am on it right now as we speak. So that'll be a lot of fun. Something I've been excited for a little while now. Actually, I booked flights to Finland back in May. So it's a long time coming, that's for sure. Alright, that EasyJet hopefully will be getting to position and hold shortly, as the shuttle's now just left the runway. 881 Victor. Ah, he's the one that just touched down. I think he's going to let the Vueling land as well, actually. But then after the plane behind the Vueling, the EasyJet, it doesn't look like there's any more coming to approach, so the big queue of aircraft landing looks like they may be coming to an end. Yeah, so they're going to let him land first. I've never had to deal with a queue this big in Vatson before. First time for everything, eh? No, it's been busy. It's been very busy. While I'm here, I might as well quickly tune to tower 124225. And then if I quickly go to London Centre.
Victor Grant should be back now, so monitor him 121 decimal 8. 121 decimal 8, thank you very much, BA1 Victor. Shuttle 10 Hotel, contact Gatwick ground 121 decimal 8.
Okay, we won't go to there just yet. There you go, Vueling landing. Bit of a high pitch nose, that one. Is that a 7-1 Vueling? No, that's an MD-80, but bit of a heavy touchdown that, I must say. Still going for it. Nah, I do like a bit of that. And there's a little bit of space between the EasyJet and myself, so... Well, it's the EasyJet and the other EasyJet on the ground. So presumably, he'll let him go first. Wasn't there the aircraft that went around actually as well? I did spot the go around. Not sure what part of the leg they're on though, on the return. Aircraft up there moving, just spotted. Although, you're right there. Probably going to standstill at this rate. Up there. Another right there, 42 Alpha Charlie.
Voltaire 4 Juliet Sierra, taxi second right Juliet, short of Romeo, contact Gatwick ground 121 decimal 8, bye. Second right Juliet, short Romeo ground 1218, Voltaire 4 Juliet Sierra, thanks.
There, the Voltaire's now cleared to ground.
BA 4 Charlie uniform behind the landing company A320 via Alpha 1, line up from 26 left behind.
Right, one of them was told to line up behind the landing EasyJets.
Was this for Easy 84 Charlie uniform?
Stand by, break easy 17 November, Mike runway 26 left, clear to land. Center wind 210 degrees 4 knots. Thank you, clear to land easy 17 November, Mike. Easy 84 Charlie uniform behind the landing company A320 via Alpha 1, line up runway 26 left behind.
With the EasyJet 17 November mic, you could actually hear him disconnect his autopilot in the background. You can hear the master caution sound of the A320 there. Love that little bit of sound it captured.
Runway 6 to the Bravo, Gatwick Tower, hello, continue approach runway 26 left, number 1. Continue approach, runway 6 to the Bravo.
There he goes. EasyJet into land. It's so beautiful. I love the way that's in now. It's so much come to life. Ever since they introduced the codec back in October, it really has sprung into life. Active pilots everywhere. The community is great. You can actually hear them speak. It's like that voice codec updates was the big thing that fixed that sim. There goes just lining up. Use actually another one just showing pattern as well. Another EasyJet. Yeah, they are a little bit distant now, so he'll be able to go. I don't know. I did say I'd let him in front, the Speedbirds, but you have also got the what's it called? It's the citation sitting there.
17 November, Mike, tech Chief, taxi second right, Juliet, short of Romeo, contact Gatwick ground 121 decimal 8, bye.
Juliet, short of Romeo 121, easy 17 November, Mike, goodbye.
Easy 8 for Tully uniform, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff, surface wind 210 degrees 4 knots.
Runway 26 left, clear takeoff, easy 84.
Yeah, not worth it. That wing's a little bit too close. 2660. He's just clear to take off, so he'll wait for a second until the runway clears. Another landing up there. So bright. It's got KLM. Although not quite making their face into... He may also be a Heathrow.
Easy 25 for Echo.
Easy 25 Papa Echo, Gatwick Tower, hello, continue approach runway 26 left.
Continue 25 Papa Echo.
Also, I must say that British Airways there, Speedbird 265 Papa, has been there for a little while now.
Ryanair 6 Kilo Bravo, runway 26 left, clear to land, surface wind 210 degrees 4 knots.
Good land, runway 26 left, Ryanair 6
Okay.
Kilo Bravo.
He's just rotated.
Golf, Bravo Mike Charlie November, Gatwick Tower, behind the landing, Ryanair 737 via Alpha 1, line up runway 26 left behind.
Behind the Ryanair, Alpha 1, line up and wait. Golf, Bravo Mike Charlie November.
Citations have been cleared with the takeoff clearance.
Under control 135 decimal 8, bye.
135 decimal 8, easy 1 Faithful Charlie uniform.
And he's been running for 17 minutes now. We're still on the ground. You can tell why Gatwick won the second runway. And again, a bit of a shame that this runway right here, perfectly available for use, is too close to the main one in order for it to be active. One day, maybe one day we'll get a parallel landing or takeoff in Gatwick, but until that day, hope you enjoy sitting here. So yeah, the citation's been cleared to go next. And it's myself, 2660 and 265 Papa. 3 British Airwayses.
Look at that queue.
Save me.
There you go. Beautiful. Two on the taxiway heading towards gates.
Super 2660 in sequence, hold out for 1.
In sequence, hold out for 1, Super 2660.
Right, so he's going next behind the citation. In fact, I'm making him both in the air. Before that he's yet arrived, so he's still a fair bit out. But at least I do know that after this guy, it should be me next, presuming that he doesn't need to disappear.
6 Kilo Bravo, taxi second right, Juliet, short of Romeo, contact Gatwick ground 121 decimal 8, bye.
Second right, Juliet, short of Romeo, 121 decimal 8, Ryanair 6 Kilo Bravo, see ya.
Golf, Charlie November, actually behind the landing, EasyJet A320 via Alpha 1, line up runway 26 left behind.
Okay, behind the landing jets.
Line up behind the landing aircraft, Golf, Bravo Mike Charlie November.
After EasyJet, next aircraft that looks like it's landing into Gatwick is 78 uniform Zulu, a little bit out. You're currently over the motorway. Not even over the motorway yet. And the train line's a little bit close to the airport. Yeah, it's got a moment or two before you touch down.
And Gatwick Tower, easy 25 Papa Echo.
Easy 25 Papa Echo, runway 26 left, clear to land, surface wind 210 degrees 4 knots.
26 left, clear to land, easy 25 Papa Echo, thank you.
A little blade of glide slope. There we go. Now over the airport. And touchdown in just a couple of seconds. How many aircraft actually have takeoff and land now? I think that's like the 8th, 9th one now. Like I say, it's a very, very busy moment in Gatwick right now. Hopefully we'll have a controller in Milan by the time we land. I know that there is an active controller right now. Whether or not he's still there, we'll see. Aircraft should have taken off, at least as far as passengers are concerned. About 10 minutes to go. 7 o'clock, 7 AM. So it's really 40 minutes. Sheesh. Okay, hasn't been a long one on the ground. So where did the airplane go? Oh, there he is. Touchdown. So the citation should now move. Hopefully.
Ryanair 78 Uniform Zulu.
Ryanair 78 Uniform Zulu, Gatwick Tower, hello, continue approach runway 26 left.
26 left, we'll continue Ryanair 78 Uniform Zulu.
82.5 Papa Echo, taxi second right Juliet, short of Romeo, contact Gatwick ground 121.8, bye.
Second right Juliet, hold short Romeo, contact ground 121.8, easy to 5 Echo, thanks, have a great evening.
Golf Charlie November via Alpha 1, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff, surface wind 210 degrees 4 knots.
By Alpha 1, clear for takeoff, runway
There we
26.
go.
Echo, Charlie November, thank you.
So how long has this 2565 Papa been sitting there for? There's the British Airways shuttle, just now parking up. But he really has been there for a little while now. And as soon as he's in position, I can push up behind him.
2660, behind the land, correction, behind the departing citation, line up runway 26 left behind.
On the departing citation, on the right runway 26 left behind to 2660.
And as for me, I can now make a push behind the flashing lights.
Steve, 265 Papa with you, Mike 1.
265 Papa, roger, thanks, just be patient, I'm still working the sequence.
No problems, 265 Papa.
Perfect.
Golf Charlie November, contact London Control 135.8, bye.
1358. Okay, so we have got London Control. 135.8. We're speaking to them.
Easy 5 for Echo Alpha.
Easy 5 for Echo Alpha, Gatwick Tower, continue approach runway 26 left, number 2.
Continue approach 26 left, number 2, easy 5 for Echo Alpha.
02660, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff, surface wind 210 degrees 4 knots.
Clear for takeoff, runway 26 left, Spirit 2660.
Speedbird 2700, holding short of runway. Alpha 3.
02700, hold Alpha 1.
Hold Alpha 1, 2700. I'm an Alpha 1 then. So which one's 3? Because that's Mike 1. Okay, right. I've been told to hold here, so I'll hold here. At least the ATC is now knowledgeable of my location. You're clear. Almost certainly going to be behind the landing Ryanair. Possibly behind the landing EasyJet as well, actually, I'd say, because the spacing isn't the most massive there. In fact, space of passengers. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, it's your Cat speaking. I do apologise for the delay. We have got a bit of traffic, although we should be landing momentarily. We should be the next one to depart. Thank you for your patience. Right, so as we can say,
Ryanair 28 Uniform Zulu, runway 26 left, clear to land, surface wind 210 degrees 4 knots.
We should go to land 26 left, Ryanair, just 278 Uniform Zulu, sorry.
okay, as passengers, we've now made aware that we have had a slight delay. It's only a slight one, like I say.
Hello, Gary, delivery.
Behind the landing, Ryanair 737,
Ryanair
line up runway 26 left.
106 with Foxtrot, request. Behind the landing, Ryanair 737, line up at 26 left, speed 264 Papa.
02660, contact London Control
Okay.
135.8, bye.
Commander 135, that's right, Spirit 2660, bye.
So 265 Papa has now actually been given a takeoff clearance. Been waiting there a long time, you can have it. I mean, he's been there before I arrived, so a little bit forgotten about. There comes the Ryanair. Behind the Ryanair, you'll be departing.
Easy 5 for correction, Easy 5 for Alpha, minimum safe approach speed.
Minimum safe approach speed, easy 5 for Echo Alpha.
Yeah, minimum approach speed so that he can line up. We're certainly behind the EasyJets. Although I'd say before the Ryanair, or they make it to the air. Again, do apologise for those tuning into the stream. We have been on the ground a little longer than anticipated.
Uniform Zulu taxi 08 left short of Romeo, contact Gatwick ground 121 decimal 8, bye.
8 left short of Romeo over to ground point 8, Ryanair 7 Uniform Zulu, see ya.
I mean,
226
in that sim,
26 left, clear for takeoff, surface wind 250
you should expect Gatwick to be busy because it's always got access controller.
Take off runway 26 left 2, 26
But
left.
almost certainly not expected to be this heavy.
behind, active disregard.
Cool, standing by. I presume he's going to check the spacings between the main landing aircraft. And the Ryanair there, taxiing to gate, taxiing to the runway even.
Garrick Tower, Ryanair 42 Alpha Charlie.
Ryanair 42 Alpha Charlie, Gatwick Tower, hello, continue approach runway 26 left.
Continue approach 26 left, Ryanair 42 Alpha Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, permitting, we could probably get in front of that EasyJet. It comes down to what spacing we give them. Because now we'd be cutting it a little bit fine.
Gatwick Tower, good evening, Easy 81 Papa, holding point Alpha 2.
Station calling standby, break Easy 5 3 Echo Alpha, runway 26 left, clear to land, surface
Ooh.
wind 210 degrees 4 knots.
Hello there.
Clear to land 26 left, Easy 5 3 Echo Alpha.
5-3 Echo Alpha. Hang on, where's this one?
0265 Papa, contact London Control 135 decimal 8, bye.
I didn't even see that one.
35 decimal 8, cheers, thank you very much. Speed 265 Papa.
Ah, 5-3 Echo Alpha. He's on the one landing.
Tower, good evening, Easy 81 Papa, holding point Alpha 2.
Easy 81 Papa, Gatwick Tower, hello, standby.
There we go. A1 Papa.
Tower, good evening, it's Ryanair 3436. We're actually just behind the company aircraft at Mike 1 for 26 left.
Ryanair 3436, Gatwick Tower, hello, stand. Your flight seems a bit odd, seeing as big and only used for Heathrow. I'll give you a new flight plan when you're ready to copy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right, so these jets landed. You're still a bit off. Hopefully, I'll get my takeoff clearance now. Fingers on the ready. But he's got to give the aircraft new flight plan because he's chosen the Biggin departure, which was right. Biggin's only used for Heathrow departures. Too close to Red Hill, Gatwick, for it to be worthwhile. Cabin crew, please be seated for departure. Cabin crew, please.
Ryanair 42 Alpha Charlie, final runway 26 left.
Yeah, okay, so he's gonna land first.
Taxi second right Juliet short of Romeo, contact Gatwick ground 121 decimal 8, bye.
Ooh, got a train over there.
Second right Juliet towards Romeo and contact ground 121 decimal 8, Easy 5 3 Echo Alpha, bye.
Ryanair 42 Alpha Charlie, runway 26 left, clear to land, surface wind 210 degrees 4 knots.
26 left, clear to land, Ryanair 42 Alpha Charlie.
Seabird 2700 behind the landing, correction, Ryanair 737, line up runway 26 left behind.
After landing Ryanair, we'll line up runway for speedbird 2700.
Easy 81 Papa in sequence, hold
Right,
Alpha 1.
so he's landing, then we're on the runway.
Sequence hold Alpha 1, Easy.
We're going. It's been a long wait. It's been a so long wait. 20 minutes we've been on the ground here.
Ryanair 3436, are you ready to copy your new clearance?
Yeah, copied Lamborn and then Lima 10 to Bravo Papa Kilo for Ryanair 3436.
Ryanair 3436, affirm the
Lights
Lamborn
on.
2 X-ray departure.
Tax lights off.
Copy Lamborn 2 extra departure, thank you.
Ryanair 3436, correct.
There we go.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we've done our takeoff checklist. Cabin crew is sitting down.
061 Tango Gatwick Tower, hello, continue approach runway 26 left.
26 left, 61 Tango.
Right hand turn and onto the runway.
Ryanair 40 Alpha Charlie, taxi second right Juliet short of Romeo, contact Gatwick ground 121 decimal 8, bye.
Second right, short of Romeo and contact ground on 121
And
decimal 8,
so
Ryanair 42
I'll head out to the green line. And depending on if we get takeoff clearance before then or not, will depend if the throttle goes up or down.
Runway 26 left, clear for takeoff. Surface wind 210 degrees, 4 knots.
Clear for takeoff, Super 2700. Right, let's go.
Easy 81 Papa behind the landing, British Airways 777, line up runway 26 left behind.
Behind the landing, British Airways 777, line up 26 left behind, easy 81
Got 777 behind me, fair enough.
436, hold mic 1.
Roger, hold mic 1, Ryanair 3436.
Ooh, slight Irish accents on the British Airways pilot there as well. Sorry, the Ryanair pilots. Right, positive climb and gear up.
Super 61 Tango, runway 26 left, clear to land. Surface wind 210 degrees, 4 knots.
Flaps up.
Clear to land 26 left, table 61 Tango.
Turn on the autopilot. Aircraft will make a right turn on the heading.
Super 2700, contact London Control 135 decimal 8, bye.
And throttle. To increase speed a tiny little bit. There we go, level climb. Master caution, yeah, speed's a little low at this stage, but the aircraft will.
2700, if you're still there, contact London Control 135 decimal 8.
1358 for speedbird 2700. Thank you very much. Right, London control.
London 129.425. Contact London 129.425. Speed 265 Papa.
Hello there, this is Speedbird 2700, just out of Gatwick, with you at 4,000.
Speedbird 2700 London, squawk ident. Climb flight level 130.
Climb maintain 130 for Speedbird 2700.
Talca 5440, and flight level 90.
I'll just actually let the aircraft climb a tiny bit more. Check our flight plan.
Talca 544, I'm aware
We'll
there's
go direct to Sundav at this stage.
Okay, 26 left descent, flight level 90, Talca 5.
And with Sundav, we'll now continue our climb. Lights in the cabin are now back on. And we've got a view of Gatwick just through our right wing. Left wing should be too bad as well. We should get a view of London, the actual city of London, just off our left hand sides. Maybe not actually. There's a Red Hill airfield just below us in a very close approximation to Gatwick. And actually we've got a few aircraft coming to land as well. I can see the one just to our right. The 777 have landed at this stage. And also the sun will start rising in just a couple of minutes because it is now that time of day. That I'm sure will be a pretty spectacular sights. But we are in the air. We are now on our way to Milan. Took us a while, admittedly, but I'm glad we are finally in the air. And making our way now out. Okay, EasyJet's 52 Mike Foxtrots. 1 Whiskey 1 Papa just landed. Actually, no, he's taken off one. It was to my right a second ago. Yeah, got 3436. Right up the wrong way at Gatwick. Eventful morning. Eventful morning.
Speedbird 2700, climb flight level 180.
Climb 180 for Speedbird 2700. Alright, continue our climb.
And you can cancel all altitude restrictions, climb now.
Cancel altitude restrictions, start climbing now for Speedbird 2700. Right, so if we just set stats to, whoops, 240, we'll reset NCP in a second. 240. Flight plan, this one. Yeah, that'll do it, spot on. Set the altimeter now as well. Just about to pass through 10,000. Actually, just passing through 7,000 now, so 3,000 to go. Landing lights come off, and then we are free to chat. And trust me, I've been waiting for that moment for 40 minutes now, 50 minutes. So there's Biggin Hill. Got a few fashion lights actually around the city.
2700, contact London on 129.425.
129.425 for Speedbird 2700. Thank you very much.
London Control, good evening, Easy 81 Papa, leveling 4,000.
1 Papa London, hello, climb flight level 100 and squawk head in.
129.425, there we go.
Climb flight level 100.
Hello there, London Centre. This is Speedbird 2700 with you at 10,000.
On your larger portable electron
2700 London Control, hello. Climb now, flight level 190.
galleys are near the lavatories.
Up to 190 for Speedbird 2700.
Speedbird 265 Papa, climb flight level
Nice.
250.
And lights off. We had a slight discrepancy there where I hadn't set the altimeter on both barometers there. I'm not coming like that going together. If we go to the settings quickly and make sure that those two are synced. There we go. Yeah, a lot of people like having them separate, but keeping them the same, I quite like that.
Climb flight level 250, sorry, Speedbird 265 Papa.
265 Pepper. He's the guy who's been there for 20 minutes as a result. I think it's kind of like forgotten where he is. Aircraft's fine. Cabin is full of happy passengers, including myself. I don't actually know where my seat is at this point in time because I haven't booked seats. Other flights I have got a seat set up, but this is the one leg that I don't have one at the time of recording this. And with British Airways, I don't think I need to particularly reserve a seat since it should be pretty alright when they get me as default, so that I'm not complaining about. We've cleared to 19,000 at least, so we'll lower this slightly. Just in case we don't get the clearance before then, but we should do without much hassle. Right, so, trip to Lappeenranta. So, right now doing the leg from Gatwick to Milan. Now, so this flight's about 2 hours and 10 minutes, although we should get there in about an hour and 30. Which is not a particularly long one at all. Land at Milan, I then have 6 hours and 20 minutes of stopover time. I'll probably just go into nearby Bergamo, as opposed to going to Milan itself, because initially 6 hours, it takes about an hour to get a train from the airports to the city. It takes an hour or so to get from the airport to the city centre. And so initially the plan was go to Milan, spend a day in the city and head back to the airport. But because a month ago I went to Milan on a separate trip, it means I now no longer have to do that and I can just spend the entire time in the city. (230) Speedbird 2700. Continue our climb. And yes, I'll spend time in Bergamo, probably most of it in the lower city, but there's a funicular that goes up to the high city, which I'm certainly interested in. And then, about 3 hours before the flight, I'll make my way back to the airports. Shouldn't take more than an hour, I don't think, and it gives me 2 hours or so just to get through security, and then get prepared for the Ryanair flights. That will then be a 3 hour and 20-minute flight. As I head up north, and I land in Lappeenranta at 8:20 local time. So it'll be a 4-day trip. I'll certainly be tired because while it's not so much an overnight stay like last time, where I took off from Heathrow at like 4 PM, landed at midnight local time. Up to 370 for Speedbird 2700. Yes, last time I landed local time midnight, did an all-nighter in Helsinki, just walking around the city, and then took a train from Helsinki to Lappeenranta. This time going direct, so knowing that it is going to be the middle of winter in Finland. It's a good negative 20 degrees and freezing there, which is not something that, well, I'm keen on it because there's no other reason why I'd go to Finland in winter. It would be a different time, that's for sure. I'll enjoy it. I've got no reason not to enjoy this trip.
London, good evening. Easy 81 Papa.
Even if it's just a case of, even if it's just a case of getting time away from work. And it's a 2-week trip.
Papa, London Control, hello, climb flight level 230.
So
Climb flight level 230, easy 81 Papa.
I do apologise because it's so loud in your voice, Unicorn. I'm actually about the same volume as myself talking here. Yes, so by the time I do get back, it'll be the 5th of January, so it's a 2-week trip. I do get both Christmas and New Year's in the city, and it's both of those that I'm very excited for. I mean, Finland, for example, traditionally, you open your presents on the 24th, not 25th, so Christmas celebration will be a day early for me, which is a bit different. And then 25th will be, actually, I'm not sure what we do on the 25th. I'll figure out how that one goes out on the day, probably message a friend later. And then on the 1st of January, the town, or the city of Lappeenranta does have a proper fireworks show and water thing going on, so it'll be a beautiful, beautiful couple of days out. Likewise, do follow me on the Instagram if you want to check out my stories on that. As we depart, we're still over land, I believe. Yes. The sunrise.
265 Papa, continue with Unicom 12.8, bye.
122.8, thank you very much, speed 265 Papa.
The way sunrise kind of lights up the ground there. Hides the bits.
81 Papa, climb flight level 250.
Climb flight level 250, easy 81 Papa.
Alright, so I don't know if I actually have another controller to speak to, or they stick me on Unicom instead. Hopefully I have another controller, but we'll figure that out later.
Atlanta 3001 London Control, roger.
Can we have a look who's online? It's even longer like this, doesn't it? So yeah, we've done Gatwick, we're now in London Centres. I'm sure we'll get a few controllers over France. I'm hoping that it'll still have a controller in Italy by the time we do reach that. Italy's not for a little bit to come. It's a massive list that I really must say. Fair play to Explain.
Papa, resume navigation, direct Coxie, Kilo Oscar Kilo, and climb flight level 270.
Oh, navigation, direct Coxie, climb flight level 270, easy 81 Papa. London, good evening, Ryanair 3436, climbing up to 130, radar heading 355 on the Lamborn 2 X-ray departure from Gatwick.
Ryanair 3436, London, hello, climb flight level 190.
Probably time to see what's on
Up
the
to
stage as
190,
well.
thank you, Ryanair 3436.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten
There we
seatbelt
go.
sign. You can now get up and move about the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
Yeah, normally I try and get major turns out of the way before we turn off seatbelt signs there, but I think we left them a bit longer than they need to be in this case. So slightly less flight following now as we get more into the morning.
Landing Center, speed bit 47 Mike Golf with you flight level 300, direct Oscar Delta Romeo Echo Papa.
Swift 47 Mike Golf, London Control, hello. Facets 1 Golf arrival, when ready to send flight level 130 to be level by Tel 2.
Yeah, as long as our TCAS is running, we should get any approaching aircrafts visible on our radar.
Descending flight level 130, level by Tel 2 on Vasu 1 Golf arrival.
Ryanair 3436, turn left, heading 330 degrees.
I'm listening out to the Ryanair because I fly Ryanair so often. I need to remember I'm on speed bag today.
Turn left, heading 330 degrees. 1 Papa, climb flight level 290.
Climb flight level 290, easy 81 Papa.
Right, so just passing flight level 320 now. 5 more flight levels for each cruise. And from
Speedbird
there...
2700, contact France Control 130.950, bye.
130.950 for France Control, Speedbirds 2700, thank you very much. Right, 130.920, 925 even, but hey. And it hasn't connected me. Let's double check that. Shows online. So much going on here, I can't actually figure out. France Control. $199. Now, was it points? 920. Is this France Control? Speedbird 2700. I'll ask again, sorry.
Descend flight level 180 and be level where? Speed around 6 o'clock.
Level by ETVAX.
ETVAX, speed there.
Sorry, could you repeat frequency for France Control, Speedbird 2700?
Apologies, 127 and you were stepped over there.
127.1.
Over to 127.1. Thanks for the help, Ryanair 3436.
Right, stepped over. Please could you repeat the frequency for France Control for Speedbird 2700, sorry?
It's 130.950.
950, right, okay. 130.950, that makes more sense. Thank you very much, Speedbird 2700. Right, this should be ours. Bonjour, France Control, this is Speedbird 2700 with you at flight level 350.
Spirit 2700, France Control, good evening, identified climb 370.
Climb 370, Speedbird 2700. Right, so, now identified with the French. And these guys should carry me for the majority of this flight in and out to Italy. Yes, now in France. And hopefully actually get a chance to see the Alps as well. I mean, you can't see the ground at all in this weather. I've never understood why X-Plane's morning glare was so bright. But hey, as the sun kind of heightens a little bit, I'm sure things will be a little more balanced. There we go, so now approaching cruising altitudes. And there we go. Yeah, really knots. 238 knots at this point. It's not a high speed cruise, this one, by any means. Where's our cost index? If we upgrade that to 27.
Withdraw on fire request.
There we go, that's much
West 315,
That's
decent flight level
cruise.
340.
340 with 315.
And we're still doing ground speed of 475 knots, which is essentially what we'd have started
West
flights.
315, report passing Litar.
Wilco was 315.
Let's go to the next waypoint. So if we have a look at our
Italia 614,
time,
request
so
flight level 360.
it says that we should be landing around 8:30 at this time.
Climb 360.
Kind of
Climb
7:30,
level
so
360, Italia 614.
flight ETA is about an hour at this stage, but I've got a feeling maybe a few more minutes after that.
Speedbird 29 Romeo, proceed direct Abnor.
Proceed direct Abnor, Speedbird 29 Romeo.
Speedbird 2 Charlie Tango, proceed direct Kazakhs.
Can you repeat the direct please? Speedbird 2 Charlie Tango.
Kazakhs, Kilo Echo Sierra Alpha X-Ray.
Kazakh, thank you. Speedbird 2 Charlie Tango.
Union 1644, when ready, descent flight level 230, leveled by Lusar.
Which airline is the call sign Union? I must find out, so I love that call sign.
Ready, descending to flight level 230 by Lusar, Union 1644.
In fact, let me ask on chat.
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight service. We will be serving complimentary drinks and snacks.
I absolutely love that. It's such
Back to our
a
list of
beautiful
complimentary
call
and
sign.
premium
It's like if
Premium drinks are
British
available for
Airways, they
small
called them
cards.
Imperial
Note that we only accept credit
or
cards.
Empire 2700. But Union, I like
Union
that one.
1644.
Union 1644, go ahead.
Looks like you have a question from Speedbird 2700 on the text frequency.
I'll send him I'll send him a website he can go to and find out the information.
Will do.
Sounds good. So is it a virtual airline? I'll get my phone ready for that one. Let's Google it.
France Control, good evening, Air France 600, with you near Marseille and proceeding direct Fréjorgue.
Air France 6002, France Control, bonsoir, bien le bonsoir, ici identified climb 280.
Roger, climbing 280, France 6002, et bonsoir Peter.
Right, so continuing cruise. We'll be in France for a little bit. I don't think we enter German airspace at all during this flight. No, it's very unlikely. We may though ever go with Switzerland. Here we go. UK
105
virtual.
just past Nitar.
With the correction, with 315 contact London 129.42, bye bye.
Yes, I know these guys.
129.2, bye bye.
I know these guys.
42, 129.42.
129.42, sorry.
Guys, never heard.
France, bonsoir, runner 338 Alpha, flight level 360.
I love the call
inbound
sign. We have
body.
to look into a bit more. Who knows? Maybe in
Runner
German at some
338
point.
Alpha, France Control, good evening, identified.
Right, 38,290 flight. Gosh, it's quite a big one actually. 14 today, 50, just under 60,000 flying hours, 165 members. 70 airlines, 1,500 schedules, awesome supported. It looks good. Definitely looks good. It looks like they're a group of a bunch of different virtual airlines who kind of like work together under one name. Like it was like a flight union even. Transport for London, hang on. They've got some really interesting connections there. Yeah, Transport for London's a bit of a weird one.
Air France 6002 prévoyez une arrivée Fréjorgue 6 Lima.
Pretty sure it makes sense. Yeah, most of these make
Pour Air
sense.
France 6002, merci.
It's just the one sticks out there a bit anyways. We'll carry on our cruise. 55 minutes the engine's running. We've been on for an hour and 15. 8:31 is our ETA on the landing. But we haven't yet set up our approach. That though I'm sure gets dealt with via an active control on the ground. It's like I say, hopefully we get a chance to speak to someone over in Italy when we do descend. Gosh, a bit of a hiccups there, I must say.
Union 1644, contact Swiss radar on frequency. Let me find it. Frequency 128.05. Bye-bye.
No.
Hello to the Swiss radar on 128.05 for Union 1644. Thanks for the agency, have a good night.
You too, cheers.
Bye-bye, Union.
French radar. Alitalia 59 is with you, 24,500, flight level 350.
Alitalia 59, good evening, Squawk 5725.
5725 on Squawk.
Speedbird 375, contact London 129.425, bye-bye.
London on 129.425, many thanks for the service, Speedbird 375.
Pleasure. Iberia 27, proceed direct to Tulta.
Direct Tulta for Iberia 27.
Alitalia 59er, France Control, good evening, identified. Climb flight level 350, proceed direct Sierra Tango Papa.
Flight level 350, Sierra Tango Papa. Alitalia 59.
Yeah, he's a little bit of something you can hear from the slightly cut voice. The sun is now up. I believe it should be appearing over the horizon. Yes, it does. The ground is still a bit of a mix of clouds and cloud lights and whatever mesh kind of like forces its way through. Not the prettiest, I'm afraid, but
Colonia 370, flight level 380, inbound waypoint
it's actually calming for this time of day.
Colonia 370, France Control, hello again, identified. Proceed direct Givor.
Direct to Givor, Colonia 370.
Alitalia 59er, turn left heading 080 for traffic.
080 for traffic, Alitalia 59.
Air France 1000, correction, Air France 1303, vous me recevez?
Alright, so frequency is now starting to become a little bit quieter. And if we do get any comms, let me quickly tune in. I need to quickly go to the map. AFV-map.net. Hang on. .vatsin.net, something like that, if I can remember it. Yeah, that's the one. Let's have a look. Where are the ATC rings around France and do Ireland's Norway, do Italy still have a frequency? Yes, it does actually. The majority of Europe is still fairly well covered. Including the whole of our flight, which is There, actually, technically I've just left the frequency. And there'll be a slight bit of no coverage.
France contrôle France 1303.
Until it gets to Lassas Centre, 128.05. So I'm expecting actually to be flown onto Unicom in a couple of minutes. Let me just adjust this position, I can see both. There we go. Charles.
Air France 1303, quand vous êtes prêt, descendez niveau 200, autorisé correction Fréjol que 6 Lima.
So, if I do get another frequency, it'll be 128.05, which does fit the simplicity of changing quite nicely. Question is, we get direct tune into them. Send us away.
Ryanair 37 Delta, France Control, good evening, identified, hello.
France Control, Ryanair 23 Mike, passing flight level 280 for flight level 330.
Ryanair 23 Mike, France Control, good evening, identified, climb 390.
390, Ryanair 23 Mike.
France Control, good evening, Ryanair 4031 with you at flight level 350. Ryanair 4031, France Control, good evening, identified.
One of those Ryanairs could very much have been one that we flew with out of Gatwick earlier. That second one did ring a bell there.
Alitalia 59, resume navigation direct to Sodri, conflict cleared.
Ooh, who remembers Alitalia's crisis earlier in the year, but it saved themselves like 15 minutes when they were seen to be out of time. Fair play to the Italian Railways Company, who now own the Italian airline.
Direct Sodri, Alitalia 59.
Right, so about a third way to the flight now.
Proceed direct Kazakhs.
Third way into the flight now. And we don't land
Proceed direct Kazakhs for Ryanair 338 Alpha.
in a particularly long time. We still have a bit of flying left to go before we do start descents. Well, that sunset on the clouds, that is quite beautiful. I've always liked my early morning flights, at least in the real worlds. I mean, what, you go to the airports. Problem is, like, you don't really sleep on the flight though. If I was going to say, what's my complete favourite time to fly? It would be morning, but not totally early morning. So in this case, I wake up at 4 in the morning. I try and sleep on the flights, but I just can't. As a result, it's going to be a long day. If I wake up at 6 AM latest, got to the airport for like a 9-10 o'clock departure, that'd be probably the best time in my eyes to fly. Nighttime flights, they're alright.
Colonia 370, proceed direct Delta India Kilo.
Problem with a nighttime flight though is that
Direct to Delta India Kilo, Colonia 370.
bleeding neck, that was loud. Gosh, what happened there? That was deafening. Oh my word, I do apologise.
Air France 1303, descendez niveau 200.
What was I saying? Yes, late night flights, as long as they're good, you're awake. One, it means that you've got a very short night.
Votre vitesse, s'il vous plaît.
At least in my case, before I got work in the morning.
Ouais, 2, on est .82.
Air Force Email 2, réduisez .77.
.77 on réduit et serait pour débuter la descente, si vous êtes d'accord.
Oh, toujours d'accord, Air France 6002, descendez niveau 220.
On descend 220, on a mis .77.
And by that time, the aircraft's generally quite dirty anyway, so you don't particularly want to be on one at late night. Morning flight's the best. And even then, first flight today, it's probably the cleanest aircraft you can get all day, so has its benefits. And again, if you do get a chance to sleep on them, then fair play to you. I wish I could. I mean, what would I actually be doing on this flight right now? I probably would have a few YouTube videos offline ready to watch. Maybe even just stick some headphones on and just sleep to that even. We'll see. We'll see. How are we doing position wise? We are about equidistant for Paris and Luxembourg. And then the Alps should just be ahead of us. Not quite halfway yet, but we're making good progress down the French side. Again, as long as our frame rate's above 20, which actually is a fair bit by now. I explain, I remember you used to have a struggle with OBS, bumping around 20.
Jet 19 Alpha, that's readability 1 by 5, but identified.
Slightly distance off frequency there. Yeah, I don't need to have an issue with frame rate, but when I upgraded the GPU, and since Vulkan has made a lot more of an implementation, it's getting much better from there. Even with OBS running, I'm getting like a 3540 quite solidly.
Air Force 6002, au final, virez par la droite au cap 290, le trafic devant vous a des soucis.
Vers droite 290, Air France 6002. On a un visuel sur un trafic devant nous.
Air France 6002, le trafic s'est déconnecté, donc vous pouvez continuer sur la Fréjus, correction, Fréjorg 6 Lima.
On reprend la Fréjorg 6 Lima, Air France 6002, merci.
Et Air France 6002, descendez niveau 200.
Et on poursuit la descente au 200.
Paris Control Easy 8934 with you flight 380.
Easy 8934, France Control, good evening, Squawk 5757. Easy 8934, Squawk 5757.
Ooh, and he's not responding at this time. Fingers crossed, he'll appear in a couple of moments. Maybe not. Man, this list is just getting bigger and bigger. In fact, how many pilots have we got on VATSIM right now at this time? Just double check Project Fly's map. Right, and the answer is... Actually, we'll go through the list from least to most once it has loaded, because this could take a minute or two. Right. Lowest is Project Flight with 519, followed by IVAO with 556. Then it's Pilot Edge with 608, and VATSIM with 862. So yeah, VATSIM have certainly jumped to life a bit. And it ain't looking too shabby, that's for sure. Yeah, apparently about half an hour.
Air France 13-0, radio check.
About half an hour to our landing. At least half an hour as crow flies to our destination. ETA is still 8:31. Time is still 7:49.
Air France 1303.
So it's 40
Air
minutes.
France 1303, je reçois 5 et moi.
Given the approach that Tolis knows. Also get even a star. I'm sure we'll add a few minutes as well to that.
Iberia 27, contact 131.15, goodbye.
131.15 for Iberia 27, thank you.
Air France 1303, comment
Air France 1303, je vous reçois 5 et moi.
France Contrôle, bonsoir monsieur, Transavia 0518, on est direct mid-up, niveau 240.
Transavia 0518, montée niveau 250, France Contrôle identifié radar.
Continuons la montée 250, Transavia 0518.
Air France 6002, contactez Blagnac, approche sur la fréquence 129,3.
L'approche 129-300 pour 6002. Merci Peter, ciao.
Salut Guy.
France Control, bonsoir, Speedbird 524 Romeo, passing flight level 270.
Speedbird 524 Romeo, good evening, France Control identified, climb 370.
Climb 370, Speedbird 524 Romeo.
Il y a même France Control.
Yeah, I said earlier it was getting quieter.
Alright, someone here has a very, very easy finger on the push to talk, and please check it. Thank you.
Yeah, someone, there we go. I was gonna say it's getting quieter, but no, someone's pushing right in.
Air France 1303, contactez l'approche de Blagnac sur 129,3. Bonne soirée.
Contactez Blagnac, approche 129,3 Air France 1303. Merci, bonsoir.
Colonia 370, contact Brussels 131.1, bye. Colonia 370.
Contacting Brussels radar on 131.15, Colonia 370, and once again, thank you for your wonderful service. Au revoir.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Yeah, sun's up. Ground's kind of visible now that sun's at a higher position. That's a little bit pink, which feels nice. And we enter Italian airspace. And we enter Swiss airspace in a couple of minutes. See what waypoints we've got ahead of us. Oh, top percent's actually come up pretty close now. What time's that? 8:07. So it's 14 minutes now to the top of descents. And before then, maybe see if we can get a star in as well. I've got to be honest, flight certainly isn't as long as I expected it to be. Again, another aircraft that's a bit out of frequency.
Someone's got a stuck mic on frequency.
Yeah.
Transavia 0518, I can see your push to talk is stuck. Make sure it's not stuck anymore.
Transavia 0518, okay. Roger, sir.
And Transavia 0518, when ready, descend flight level 180.
Yeah, this new Unicom is great, but it has a few slight drawbacks
Transavia 0518, report when ready to descend.
when it comes to pilot activity. I just love it. I just love it. VATSIM's never been this fun before. It's so lively, so open, so clean. I love it. It's beautiful.
Transavia 0518, expect a Frejorg 1 arrival, runway 13 left or 13 right.
Transavia 0518, can you repeat please? Because you speak very quickly and
Transavia
I think with the
Oops.
noise
A
of
Fox
engine.
Juliet Romeo 1 arrival into Marseille.
Blocked.
Frejorg Romeo 1 to ALS. What's the runway?
Oh,
Transavia 0518, I am not very sure as I'm not controlling that station, but it should be runway 13 left or 13 right.
Okay. For the start is FGR Romeo 1 and we start descent now.
Roger that, descent
Transavia
level 180,
0518.
Transavia 0518.
blocked. That's what we're meant to do. Someone does that. You just call out blocked on the tone. Alright, so... Okay, now things have calmed down a bit. No one talking on frequency. We're over halfway into the flight. Time's looking pretty good. We are actually going to cross into Germany for about 2 minutes.
Hello, Easy 58 Charlie, uniform V2, flight level 360.
Easy 58 Charlie, uniform France control, good evening, identified.
Yeah, it's been a really good flight so far. Even the ground at Gatwick, I say, we're stuck on the ground for 20 minutes longer than I expected it to be. But even then, It was fun. It was fun watching the aircraft just on the ground there. It's now 8 o'clock, exactly, just 8 o'clock. We've been in the air for 1 hour, sorry, engines have been running for 1 hour, 20 minutes and 50 seconds. And, yeah.
Alitalia 614, contact London 129.425, bye-bye.
129.425, Alitalia 614, thank you for control, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So, one aircraft just changed frequency.
Speedbird 2700, contact Swiss radar 12805, bye-bye.
12805 for Speedbird 2700, thank you very much.
Pleasure, bye-bye.
That's 12805, we'll tune to. Hello there, Swiss Control. This is.
Taxi, runway.
Let him go first.
Clear taxi, runway 32 by Alpha Kilo Pine 41 Hotel Whiskey.
And Alpine 41 Hotel Whiskey, crossing runway 28 approved.
Swiss Control, this is Speedbird 2700.
Speedbird 2700 Swiss radar, good evening, you are identified.
Right, so it'll be Swiss Control for a little bit. We are now in Germany.
Swiss 3 Mike, I want to hold
49 Delta Swiss radar, good evening, stand by short.
Leave Germany any second now. Like I say, at the start of the flight I didn't expect to find Germany, but turns out there was a tiny little hop. You can see the land just below us.
Union 1644, wind Geneva calm, runway 22, clear to land.
I can see the top of the descent marker actually now on screen. Enter destination data.
Lufthansa 1 Lima Yankee, welcome at Geneva, taxi gate 14 via link 4.
Right, so what I will do, I'll ask Control for my approach data. I'll get it ready. Swiss Centre, this is Speedbird 2700, requesting our airport information for Milan once you descend.
Speedbird 270, confirm weather information.
Ready to copy, 2700.
Speedbird 270, weather at Milan is 0104 knots, cover K, temperature 12, dew point 10, QNH 1018.
Right, it will be 1018 QNH. Hang on, it's... No, it's in performance. Ah, next way, that's why. Right, so it's 1018 QNH.
Space 149 Delta, Zurich arrival, ready to copy clearance. Space 149 Delta, QNH Zurich is 1016, you clear to Stuttgart via Deges 2 hotel departure out of runway 34, initial climb 5,000 feet, set squawk 6765.
One thing that is exactly the same as 73 and A320. It's the plan modes. Problem is,
Space 149 at Delta,
it
refresh was
won't
correct,
appear.
tariff is approved. If you're not already on 131, correction 135.225, call for push on 135.225.
Okay, we'll accept it, and if we can change it, we can change it.
KLM 1549 here at Zurich, requesting IFR clearance to Hamburg.
There we go, so aircraft comes in, zoom in once hit.
The station calling for clearance. Say again your call sign.
Get rid of Ori, since we don't need it there.
And Swiss Rated that would be KLM 1549.
Then inserts. Move discontinuity.
1549, standby for clearance, you're number 1.
We get the information, at least the approach now into Milan. A little bit sharp towards the end there, make on a slight own course, but ultimately that should be alright for an approach into the airports. And then I do need to make sure that is Milan and there. Hang on, that's...
Apply for 1 Hotel Whiskey, Holy Shore Kilo runway 28. We have traffic south 12 o'clock. Confirm.
Apply for 1 Hotel Whiskey, crossing runway 28, approved, and follow the traffic.
Right, flight plan
Good
sorted.
on frequency, is the traffic active in front of us? By 1 Hotel Whiskey.
Make sure Milan's on there, so it's 263.
Apply for 1 Hotel Mike, the other traffic should
yeah,
be on
should be sorted.
131 decimal, correction 135.225, and should receive me as well as Swiss. Break Swiss 3 Mike Bravo, continue taxi to holding point runway 32.
Taxi to holding point runway 32, Swiss 3 Mike Bravo.
So just after the Rippers points is when we start our top of descents.
Jet 17 Golf, contact France Control 130.95.
130.95 to Jet 17 Golf.
Speedbird 239, contact France Control 130.95. Bye bye.
130.95, Speedbird 239, have a good night.
So you got our approach sorts down now.
Swiss 3 Mike Bravo, wind Zurich 1403 knots, runway 32, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 32, Swiss 3 Mike Bravo.
Union 1644, welcome at Geneva via Alter and link to taxi gate 06.
It's my friend Union again. Good to know he's the frequency, although I presume on a different subsection, because he's just landed at Geneva, and, well, he's talking to him.
No problem. Union 1644 left on Alter, then right on link to taxi gate 5.
So, same controller, different frequency, as we have seen a few times now on the Unicom. Again, that's another thing they introduced, which I absolutely love. Controllers can now monitor different frequencies on the top down. As a result, as a pilot, we get to speak to the same controller, but on different frequencies, which is again more realistic as it would be, especially when it comes to the real world in terms of tracking pilots on different frequencies. So well done, so well done.
Speedbird 2700, when ready, descend flight level 270 to be leveled Odina.
Descends when ready to 270 and on Adina for Speedbird 2700. Right, so now confirms that will be an Adina approach.
So it's 149 Delta taxi to holding point runway 34 via Echo.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking from the flight deck. We have started our descent down to Milan and should be landing in approximately 20 minutes. Once again, we do apologise for the slight delay on the ground at Milan, but we should be landing not too long. We can disembark you swiftly. Once again, thank you for your time and patience, and we'll be landing shortly.
141
Check public
Hotel
address.
Whiskey, wind Zurich 1403 knots, runway 32, clear for takeoff.
Should be landing in approximately 20 minutes. Once again, we do apologise for slight.
Alright, 3 clear for takeoff, copy the wind.
That being said, PAX has an expected arrival of 40 minutes and 40 seconds, so
Column 1549,
not bad for the time.
Kilo 1549 here, go ahead.
Yep, it's now visible
Column
below, very
1549,
faintly.
you're cleared to destination Frankfurt via Vegas 2 Hotel departure, out of runway 34. Initial climb at 5,000 feet, set squawk 6766.
As I say, is there pilot models in the cockpit there? No, it's just the seats.
Column 1549 is squawk 6766.
Kilo 1549 is cleared by the Vegas 2 Bravo departure from runway 14, 5,000 feet after departure, and the squawk 6766.
Column 1549 is the Vegas 2 Hotel departure, out of runway 34.
Right, so basically you can hear
Hotel departure from runway 34, 5,000 on departure, and 6766 in the box.
you can faintly hear
1549, read back correct.
just mute it. Yeah, so you can faintly hear the second guy in the background there. Basically, VHF2 still sets Unicom as 28. Voice Unicom is acting. So it's like a slight double voice there.
28.05.
Contact Swiss Radar 128.05, Swiss 3 Macro.
In a couple of minutes, we get the next step of descent. We'll turn on the seatbelt signs again.
Swiss 149 Delta, copied.
There we go, Manson over the left wing. It really is beautiful. I mean, the Microsoft flight sim is not too far now from release. At least this stage doesn't look like it is, so...
Swiss Radar Good to Noble, Swiss 3 Mike Bravo, flight level 105, climb flight level 120, direct Bergamo.
Who knows?
Onion 1644, thanks for flying, have a good night, bye bye.
Who knows where the future of X-Plane lies with Microsoft now
Swiss 3
storming
Mike
in.
Bravo, Swiss Radar Good to Noble, identified, climb flight level 300.
Climb 300, Swiss 3 Mike Bravo.
Alpine 41 Hotel Whiskey, contact Zurich departure 131.325.
Slight last spike there, I presume it's loading in Milan now.
Alpine 41 Hotel departure after Whiskey.
Column 154 line up, correction, Swiss 149 Delta, line up and wait runway 34, expected departure 2 minutes. Swiss 3 Mike Bravo, proceed direct Gesa.
Direct Gersa, Swiss 3 Mike Bravo.
Alpine 41 Hotel Whiskey, Swiss, correction, Zurich departure, good evening. You are identified, climb flight level 120.
Yeah, coming quite low now, so the Alps are fairly visible on the wings. When I flew into Venice, I thought they were quite low, but Milan's a lot closer to the Alps.
Swiss 149 Delta, wind Zurich 1403 knots, runway 34,
On this
cleared for
current
takeoff.
heading, we do actually fly over Como, so we'll get a very nice view of the lakes off our right wing. Actually, no, Como's. If that's Lake Como, Verbania, sorry, yeah. Got Lake Verbania, Lake Como, Lake Bergamo. My parents have been to Como. They went there back in October. Enjoyed it. They definitely enjoyed it. Maybe somewhere I head over to myself one day, but I think I've done enough Italian trips in the last couple of weeks to go there just yet. Well, on tab actually, let's quickly go up to the airport information and get up Bergamo. Bergamo information. 28 we're landing. ID BRM. There we go. 1087, 1087, 282, 282. I love 283, but still, I love how smart the aircraft is. It like, lets you plug in the code. 73, you'd have to go into frequency and of course separately, which again has its upsides. It doesn't jump around so often, but even then, all I'm gonna do is stick a 3-letter code in, and there you go, it works.
So it's 149 Delta, you're identified, climb flight level 120. Alpine 41 Hotel Whiskey, contact Swiss radar 128.05, bye-bye.
So at this point, I'm just waiting for frequency tower to give me
Swiss radar, Alpine 41 Hotel Whiskey, reaching flight level 120.
the next step to
Alpine 41 Hotel
descend.
Whiskey, Swiss radar Guten Abend, you're identified, climb flight level 240 and proceed direct to Lumen.
And as soon as you get this next step, so I'll turn on seatbelt signs, get the aircraft
Roger,
ready
flight
to
level
climb.
240 and direct to Lumen, Alpine 41 Hotel Whiskey.
Speedbird 2700, no further ATC available, so monitor Unicorn 122, that's right, happy landing, bye-bye.
1228 for Speedbird 2700, thank you very much.
Swiss 149 Delta, when passing flight level 080, proceed.
So, we're on voice Unicorn, we're out of time. Shame that, we're doing so well for active frequencies, but Milan just let us down at the end there. Yeah, I suspect. What time is it now? It's coming up to 10 o'clock in the time I'm recording this, so fair play. Fair play, I'm going to be up all night. What's that? It's 2000 then. The aircraft continues descent through that. Seatbelt sign, we can now bring on.
The flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt.
Oops, there we go. Alright, and that turn, I believe, then clears us out of the Alps. Yeah, out of the Alps and into Milan. Refresh the information on this tablet. It's now saying 1017 is the QNH for landing. That's 1018, 1017, so it's not actually changed that much. Config 3. Yeah, I'll go full flaps actually for this one, since it's not a particularly long runway to Milan. Yeah, well, we'll leave it at that. Seatbelt signs active, passengers heading back to their seats. Hour and 40 minutes engine on time. It's now 20 past 8. I'm just about to pass through 22,220. Could have ditched that earlier as well. Out tank fuel cross feed. If I remind myself where the crossfeed valve is. There we go. Yeah, once they on, crossfeed valve open. Let the aircraft balance itself out slightly. If we shut that down, obviously the fuel's in for a slightly different tanks than they should be, but it's not terrible for the aircraft balance, especially in this A3. Total fuel on board's 2,700 anyway, so we've only used about half a fuel tank at this time. So we've got plenty of it to land, maybe go around like 5-6 times if we need to. But hey, here's hoping that we don't need to go around, since it's just going to be a simple landing in. Right. Nothing but flat valleys now ahead of us. As the Alps now come to an end. So there is the lake. Como is just in the next valley along now. For me it's a simple now approaching. Should have a left turn in a few moments to head in. 15,000, landing lights come on in a couple of minutes. ETA at 8:34 at this time, 8:33. You're on voice Unicom, let's see if anyone's around. Anybody there? Speedbird 2700. My voice 2 is on Unicom as well, so if we switch around, hope it doesn't connect to anything, which it doesn't. Yeah, no more feedback on myself. Must remember now as well, whenever you tune into voice 2, try not to have Unicom there, because actually if no one's actually on the frequency, VHF2 sets Unicom. I sleep on Unicom. It backtracks to myself, as you can hear. Makes sense. Two separate radios, same frequency. And it's crystal clear because the receivers are next one another. It's realistic. Anyways, just in case someone is there and they're now annoying the heck out of them, let's tune away. Also, while I'm here, what box shows online, just double check. There's Mike Charlie Ground. I'm not sure where that airport is. That, no, it's not Munich. I'm not too sure. Knows that I am not one of them. Right, keep an eye out, because at this point the airport should actually be visible to us. Stay right there. Yeah, okay, it's a lot closer than I thought it was, to be fair. So, very shortly, we'll make our approach him. There you go, left turn made. Check the altitude, which is a bit high. Set a manual heading at this stage. There you go, 090. Continue the descent as well. Spoilers are armed. Descend, landing lights active.
We have begun our final descent into. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you.
Okay, so BRM is the ID, yes it is. Switch on approach modes. That's okay. That is that cloud. Obviously, my ortho not quite working. This is Unicom frequency for all pilots. Affirmative. This is Unicom. Lufthansa 5 Echo Victor. If he's nearby me, he would have heard that voice. Anyways, continue to descend. Not really slowing down. Lighten the descent rate a tiny bit, so that we may slow. There we go. Once it gets to 230, we can then use our first stage of flaps. It's just got a little bit darker now because the clouds are starting to come back in again. There we go, aircraft slowing down. That was something I wanted to do as well, but I've forgotten what it was. That should be alright. Set the altimeter. There you go, flaps 1. That's it. If I make Charlie India our next waypoint. Not just yet though, so I'm going to carry on flying 09 for a small bit. As we continue to slow down and make our landing. What is the VREF for this one? Program. No, performance. Next page. No, this is this page. Temperature, magnitude and winds. We can plug that in. Magnitude and winds, so it's 010 at 4 knots. 010 at 04. And temperature at the moment. Grab that in a second. Right, let's bring back the heading. So directs to Charlie India. Aircraft levels off at 2000. And we'll now make this approach so this is 140 at this time being. Why does it say the temperatures on the displays again? Honestly, don't remember, I'm afraid. We'll continue to slow down regardless. That's fine. Terrain inhibitor. And don't forget that Milan is an airport situated right by a mountain. So as far as the aircraft are concerned, yes, we genuinely are flying into a mountain. But we should be alright for the time being. So let's speed up again. Altitude at 2000. Admittedly, we probably will get a little close to that hill just in front of us, but we aren't lower than it, at least. Unicom, this is Speedbirds 2700 on final, runway 28 at Milan, Bergamo. I say again, on final, runway 28 at Bergamo. A little below the glide slope, but the closer we get to the runway, the aircraft will level off. We'll lower the gear in a couple of moments. Cabin crew, please be seated for landing. Need a bit of turbulence as well. Cabin crew, please be seated for landing. There we go. Yeah, so below the glide slope, because admittedly are a bit low. But as soon as we get onto the approach, stick on the localizer. There we go. Approach mode comes on. Got one more set of flaps. Nope, that is 4 flaps, so it's just gear for us to do now. There we go. That's where we are in relation to the airports. That's on the motorway. And now I'm final into the airport. In a second, once the aircraft does get to the proper glide slope altitude, we'll then be alright for that. Bring back to frame mode since that's now sorted. Pre-land checklist, so landing gear lights on, signs on, cabin check, spoilers armed. Pre-landing checklist complete. There we go, now on the glide slope. Speedbird 2700 is landing on runway 27 at Milan, Bergamo. Repeat, landing 27 Milan Bergamo. Again, just in case any aircraft are in the area, they are aware of our intentions. Autopilots deactivate. Aircraft's nice and steady as is. Push out the nose ever so slightly. Here we go. Glide slope alarm. This is just slightly below the glide slope. There we go. Oh gosh, not a fan of that one. Very steep approach in there, and yeah, passengers, if there's anyone asleep, may have woken up for that one. Reverse thrust hard, sorry, reverse thrust cuts. Right, okay. Welcome to Man, I guess. Flaps up. Speedbird 2700, clear of runway.
The local time is 9:37 a.m. and it's currently about 12 degrees. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have been shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey.
And there we go. And the taxi should just be ahead of us. And then we'll cut the engines off. Yeah, like I say, if anyone's asleep for that, we're certain they're awake now. We'll have a look at the replay, what happened there. I'm certain it was just because of a super steep descent rates. Fled a little too late there. Push forward a tiny bit more. There. Parking brake set. That can come down. APU active, APU speed on, engines off. Taxi lights off. Strobe lights off. Beacon also can come off. And at this stage, self-test. I haven't lost power, have we? The AP should be active unless I turn it on a bit too early there. Worst case scenario, just going to have to take a second to turn itself on. Right, ground handling, show control widget. Since there's no jet bridge here, we'll just be calling in the stairs. Let's connect everything up as required. Head to the TOLA screen, go to ground services and open the cargo doors. Exits remain closed until the stairs get here. There we go, that's all turned back on again. Seatbelt sign comes off. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Milan. Local time, as I said, was around 9 AM and we arrived a couple minutes early. Apologies for the slightly hard landing there. Otherwise, we once again thank you for flying British Airways today. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check. There we go, generic public address. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Milan. Local time, as I said, was around 9 AM, and we arrived a couple minutes early. Apologies for the slightly hard landing there. Stairs are in the position.
Once again, thank you, Flying British Airways
Open
today.
both sets of
And
doors.
enjoy the rest of your weekend. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check.
And there we go. Aircraft should now start disembarking. It's not bad. It really isn't bad. I really enjoyed this aircraft since I first got it. So power not yet active, is it? Did I not turn it on? Probably a good idea. So power on. APU off. Yeah, it's really good looking. It really does fit the scene. Right, so I'm going to go to packs. Actually, we'll turn off project supply first. So complete flights. There we go. Aircraft's now in Milan. Next, we want to finish virtual British Airways, sorry, VBA, the Speedbirds. Finish flights. We're now 25 minutes airtime. And now we can finish packs. So open packs menu. End flights. Again, unfortunately can't see this, but how's it go? I expected delay. How late were we in the end? Plan arrival, actual arrival? No. Oh, that delayed, were we? 13 minutes early. Again, that probably doesn't take into account the ground time. Hard landing, head of schedule. Recommend you at work. Nothing but a few light drinks. Passenger there. We can save that. And all looking good. Right, so, since we're now done with that, let's us quickly close all the exits and select everything from the aircraft. Stick in replay modes, and then I'll explain what happens next. Take a few seconds for the stairs exits to close, the cargo doors. In fact, it'll tell me here, won't it, when it closes exactly. There we go. There we go. Right. Oops. Squawk box disconnect before I forget. Before I get shouted at. Ooh, this works perfectly actually. Right, go for the interior passenger view. I mean, yeah, it's all looking calm, all looking stable. The view of the mountains just to our right hand side. Left hand passengers as well. You've got the motorway and a few warehouses below, a few storage facilities. This is a nicer view. The main town of Bergamo itself. Yeah, it really wasn't much of a flare there. It's like bounced it as well. Ouch. Okay, we'll go for the external view as well. Let's see if the view from outside looks any better for landing. Runway just up ahead. It's all looking good. Again, explain, always looking fancy as well. Nice and stable. That's my res are a little high, so I just push the nose down slightly. And yeah, never quite recovered from that by the looks of things. Here we go. Flared. No, not a flare. Bounced it. Relatively heavy landing in the end. But hey, we've performed worse. I know we've performed worse. Right, well, as I say, welcome to Milan. And so what's happening now? If you tune in about 6 hours, there should be a URL in the description as well as on my channel. And by clicking on the eye in the top right corner, And in short, this is like I said, only first leg of my flights. So this evening I'll be flying then from Milan to Lappeenranta in a Ryanair 737. So that will be the exciting one for me. Again, I do enjoy Finland. It's a beautiful country when they're in summer. Hoping that the winter has a lot to show for. But then again, super cold, super snowy. What do I expect? But like I say, I'm excited. I'm very excited where the trip is going. So yeah, do tune in for that one tonight. Otherwise, until then, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you did. Do subscribe. Leave a like if you did enjoy it even. Probably should say that. Leave a like if you did. Did what? And yeah, I'll see you this evening. Bye-bye.